going to be walking you through Pace University's Schedule Explorer platform and showing you some of the key features and attributes that one may use during registration times and how to utilize these features to narrow down your class searches. I've already gone ahead and signed into my Pace portal to locate our Schedule Explorer hyperlink, but you could of course also do this via the Pace University homepage. So to do this via your portal, you will go down to your student tab via the navigation panel and we'll select students. From there, we will scroll down to registration and scheduling and we'll select the Schedule Explorer hyperlink. This link will then take you to the Schedule Explorer page, and right off the bat, you could see all the different features and attributes for you to select for. So for the purpose of this walkthrough, we'll select our term to be Fall 2020, our level to be Undergraduate, and then we'll continue with the different attributes. Of course, the different terms and the different levels can be interchangeable, and the walkthrough and the steps will be just as similar. So to go ahead and look at the different attributes and different courses that we would want to take, you'll scroll down in this panel over here. For our first walkthrough, we'll go ahead and we'll look at our learning communities. So we'll scroll down and we'll choose Learning Community. A key feature for this attribute panel is that you could select multiple different features to narrow down your searches. So if we're going to do a learning community, we also want to select what undergraduate subject we would like this learning community to be applicable to. For this purpose, we'll choose all subjects to see all of the wide ranges of courses being offered. Under our optional databases, we could also choose different features to be applicable. So if we know a specific course that we want to take, we'll choose a course number. If we want it to be in a specific day and time, you could also specify that using these drop-down menus. As well as if you want a late start option for a specific term, that option will be available for you as well here. If you want a specific instructor to take, you could also indicate that. And a key feature to highlight is our campus feature and drop-down menu. You want to make sure that you're choosing a course on the right campus that you want to be taking for that semester. So for this walkthrough, we'll choose New York City. Once all of our features and attributes are selected, we'll go ahead and press search to see what classes are being offered. Schedule Explorer will then generate a list of all the classes being offered for that semester. It will offer you the CRNs for the class, the subject, the course number, the title of the course, what type of class it is. So for instance, most of these are lectures. And if you continue on to the right, it will be more specific as to what the class will entail. It will tell you how many credits the class is for, the campus as you've indicated above. If there's any section comments, they will be listed down on this column. The days in which the class is being offered, the time, the capacity, how many seats are available at the time. And if you continue scrolling down, it will give you instructors and more information. So in the case that we want to take, for instance, Business 101 or Business Practice for Fall 2020, we would go ahead. We have our schedule CRN number for us to input when it's time for registering, but we'll also take a look at some of the restrictions for the class. So once we click on that feature, this will give us a more in-depth understanding of what the class is all about. So again, it gives us all of our course information as it did on the original page, but also gives us a description of the course. It gives us the course rotation, telling us when and where it is being offered at what semester. If we continue scrolling down, there's also the key feature, as we mentioned at the beginning, of the section comments, as well as the restrictions. These are important to look at not just only for learning communities, but for all courses as well, to make sure that you will be allowed to register for this course when it's time to register. So for this course specifically, it is a freshman learning community and therefore only open to first year freshman students. Thus, if you are not part of this group of students, you will not be allowed to take the course. Say in this case that you are a first year student and you are able to take this course, you must also register for the CIS 101 course. This does happen for learning communities as they are paired courses, so it will entail 2 courses in one, and you must register for both. This is also true for courses that may require a lecture and a lab. So looking for these comments is highly significant to make sure that you are registered for the right classes that you need to be taking in order to get the credits. Again, as you scroll down, it will again tell you the classifications. So in this case, you must be a freshman and you must enroll in one of these classifications regardless of what the class is in order to be allowed to register. Again, summing it up from the very beginning with the first page, it gives you the time, the date, where the class is taking place, as well as the dating of the class. Now that we've looked over our learning communities, we'll go over one more example of how to utilize the different attributes and selecting multiple ones. So we're going to go ahead and clear our above form to give us a fresh start to the page. Well, again, as before, we'll select Fall 2020. We'll do Undergraduate. And in this case, we'll assume that we want to take an AOK2 and we want it to be writing enhanced at the same time. So we'll go ahead, and in my case, I will select writing enhanced as well. So we're going to do Control Writing Enhanced, and we'll select both of them. We're going to go ahead and choose New York City campus, and we're going to choose all subjects. We'll leave the rest of it blank as I want to see all of the options for the class, and we'll go ahead and press search. Now, again, Schedule Explorer generates all of the classes that are both AOK2s and Writing Enhanced. The information is presented just as it was before, and we'll go ahead and we'll look at, for instance, Art 206. So we'll scroll down to the right and we'll click More Info to give us more information on the class. As we see, we have courses that fulfill our AOK2s, as well as it being Writing Enhanced. We want to make sure that both of them are present to make sure that the Schedule Explorer platform has recognized that we want both attributes on here. Just as we did when looking at the learning community, it gives us all of our course information, our description, course rotation, and it gives us all the information that we might need to register for the course, such as our CRN and the subject. In this case, there are no restrictions, so anyone will be able to take this course. And as we've mentioned, it is the Writing Enhanced and the Area of Knowledge 2 that we were looking for. Something that we also noticed through the attributes is that it could be interchangeable within the different AOKs, which is something you might look at when we're doing the attribute listings. So in this case, this class can fulfill both an AOK2 and an AOK4, as well as fulfilling our writing enhancements. Now, when we go back to our Schedule Explorer platform, we could continue to narrow it down with course numbers, days, times, as late start options as we've indicated if we want to look at specific ones. Key features of looking into Schedule Explorer is making sure that you have your correct term, your correct level, and your correct campus filled out. From there, you can go ahead and narrow down your searches as simple or expanded as you'd want, and make sure that you're looking for those key features of when the class is being offered, if you have any restrictions, and what your options are.